Hey girlies, welcome back to the Imani Forrester channel. As you know, Imani Forrester is the author of 30 Reasons Why Men Deserve Nothing, which you can find in the description box below. For those of us who still deal with XYs, this book was written to educate women on how to protect ourselves and get the most out of relationships with men, while deprogramming women from the marrying for love narrative that has destroyed so many women's lives, referencing real studies and data that can be fact-checked. It also teaches how it doesn't benefit women to settle on any level, helps to identify red flags, and warns of the dangers of sacrificing for and building men while neglecting our own futures. I'm Shanice, and in today's video, we're going to be diving into a disturbing news article that we feel is crucial for women worldwide to be aware of, about how the government in Russia plans to ban child-free women rhetoric, deeming it extremist and dangerous to the ideals of the Russian Federation. This video is going to be fairly short. I'm just going to be going through this article and a little bit of context and keep it at that today. This article comes out of RT.com called "Russia is Preparing to Ban Extremist Child-Free Ideology." The country needs tools to protect its traditional values, the Deputy Justice Minister has said. Russian lawmakers have prepared a draft bill that would ban child-free ideology in the country, Deputy Justice Minister Vyacheslav Vukolov has said. The active promotion of childlessness has become increasingly common over the past decade and is a, quote, extremist ideology that Russia should resist, Vukolov argued on Thursday in a speech at the St. Petersburg International Legal Forum. We are now actively preparing bills to prevent the spread of child-free ideology, he said. One should not be able to promote ideas that, quote, nowadays girls, especially young ones, do not need to give birth, they can do without children, the official added. A legislative system should be created to counter such negative social trends in Russia and other countries that share the same traditional values, the deputy minister argued. These laws must be worked out and promoted, and they must become the tools to protect our values. This is the main task, he explained. Speaking to journalists after his speech, Vukolov confirmed that a bill banning the promotion of a child-free lifestyle has been put forward in the Russian parliament. The legislation will now be studied by experts in the field, he added. The Justice Ministry will react when concrete proposals are presented, he stressed. Vukolov added that the state should not only operate through bans, but also do more to create social conditions that encourage couples to have children. In November last year, Russia's Supreme Court outlawed the, quote, international LGBTQ public movement in the country, designating it an extremist organization. The move followed a law banning sex change operations signed by Russian President Vladimir Putin early in 2024. In February, the state statistics agency Rosstat revealed that only 1.264 million babies were born in Russia in 2023, the lowest number since 1999. According to the agency's forecast, birth rates will only start growing after 2028. By 2046, the Russian population is projected to decline to 138 million. During an address to the Federal Assembly in February, President Putin said that, quote, a large family with many children should become the norm, the philosophy of social life, the guideline of the entire strategy of the state. According to the Russian leader, over the next 6 years, the population should achieve a sustainable increase in its birth rate. And I actually found a second article called "Russian MP Proposes Taxing Childless People." It came out late last year, December 2023. Evgeny Fedorov said the measure would help to fill the state's coffers and incentivize population growth. A member of Russia's State Duma has proposed reviving a tax on childlessness, which existed during the Soviet era, citing the need to boost the population. The original tax on childlessness was adopted during World War II and existed until the breakup of the Soviet Union. The levy applied to men aged 20 to 50 and married women aged 20 to 45. We must encourage the birth of children, Evgeny Fedorov from the ruling United Russia Party told Moscow Speaks Radio on Saturday. He added that the tax revenue could be used to fund existing and future welfare programs designed to help families with children. Should we introduce a tax for this cause? If we won't have enough money for such projects, we should. The lawmaker who sits on the Parliamentary Budget and Taxation Committee said, it is not punishment, but a solution to the problem. Over the years, politicians and church officials have floated the idea of a similar tax. The proposed measure has its opponents, however. Nina Ostanina, chair of the Duma Family Affairs Committee, said on Sunday that such a tax would only work under a socialist system. We are living in an absolutely different society, she says. United Russia lawmaker Svetlana Bessarab told the news website Lenta.ru that a tax on childlessness would amount to discrimination against people who have no children. She added that it would really be a punishment regardless of what we call it, and that's what they're trying to do. So thank you for getting this far into the video. We're just observing different methods that countries are using to maintain the status quo. The powers that be are trying to hold on to a patriarchal capitalistic system which requires women to reproduce, and with the rise of red pill men and decreasing quality of the dating pool and women realizing the sacrifices required to raise children, especially in this economy, oftentimes on their own, even if married, look, women are choosing alternative means of living fulfilled lives, and this has led to countries panicking and their systems being strained. When women don't want to contribute to reproducing more workers for the capitalistic machine, countries use different methods to keep women producing children, often neglecting the quality of life and support to those same women. In Japan and Korea, they're using like meager monetary incentives at best. In United States, they're rolling back women's reproductive rights and pushing Christian values in a theocratic way. In Russia, they're banning language that educates women on alternative choices for a fulfilled life. So globally, these responses from these men is just drastic and illogical, but it doesn't matter. Just let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. See you in the next video, and that's all for today.